This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is brought to you by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup, register, and attend one of our fantastic networking meetings, which we meet on the first and third Thursday at the Brick House in Ridley Park, and the second and fourth Thursday at the Upper Crust in Newtown Square. We look forward to seeing you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today, I'm joined by Andy Hood of Hound Adventures. Andy, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, Shane. Thanks for having me.
Well, Hound Adventures, what is that?
So we are an outdoor education company. We specialize in courses, guided trips and adventures, and we also offer gear rentals.
How did you get started with all that?
So I've actually been in the outdoor industry for a long time. I spent a good portion of my career as a outdoor industry buyer. So I worked for a specialty retail shop. And then I also worked as a backcountry guide.
What can people expect when they join Hound Adventures for one of your adventure?
So we deal with all ages, all groups. We are family oriented. My family's heavily involved in the company. We're happy to have kids there. So it's a really relaxed atmosphere. We want everybody to learn. We want people to walk away with knowledge that they can apply to their outdoor adventures. And we're inclusive. We absolutely love to have anyone and everyone join our events.
This sounds like a great team building, family building, skill building opportunity.
Yeah, so we love to have all age groups. We have a lot of offerings for younger kids, so and families that are looking to get out with their little ones. But we also have stuff for adults and groups of individuals that want to do like team building exercises, even like bachelor and bachelorette parties that want to take like a backpacking trip. We do some other health and yoga retreats and stuff as well. So it's really well-rounded, and there's something for everybody.
That sounds like a lot of fun. You gave a lot of different opportunities for people to come together. What is your personal experience in hiking or being outdoors? Where did that get started for you?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Kentucky. I grew up in the eastern part of the state. And I've spent my entire life outside. So I grew up hunting and fishing, and then really started morphing into the outdoor adventure sports, backpacking, rock climbing, which I still do to this day. I love rock climbing. I love ice climbing. I do multi-day backcountry trips, both paddling on the river, canoes and kayaks, and hiking adventures as well. I've spent time traveling the world. I've hiked in about 15 different countries on 3 different continents. So I have a lot of experience outside. It's really shaped me as an individual. It's who I am.
Who mentors you? Who inspires you?
So I have a really close-knit core group of friends. Some of them are professional adventurers. Other ones just love to do it on the weekends. But I think we feed off of each other, and we really have a good time outside. In addition to that, my family, we're a family company. My wife and kids, we love to get outside. I love to show the kids the outdoors. I think it's really important to get kids outside. I think they get an appreciation for what nature has to offer. And so that's kind of where I get my inspiration and stuff nowadays.
When people want to connect with you, where do they go? Website?
Yeah, so we have a website, hikinghoundadventures.com. Of course, we're on all of the socials these days, kind of a necessity. So Instagram, Facebook are the main ones. We also send out a monthly newsletter, so it has all of our upcoming events and things. So can subscribe to that on our website.
You mentioned upcoming events. Is there anything specific you want to highlight?
Yeah, so we have some great opportunities coming this summer. We've partnered with Radnor Parks and Recreation to offer 5 hikes, 4 of which are geared towards kids and families, and one's kind of a well-rounded one for all ages. And it's just a great opportunity to work with a community organization and get these offerings out there. In addition to that, we'll have some paddling trips, backpacking trips, and some other day courses and stuff coming out as well.
Is there anything on your bucket list, any place, any adventure that you'd still like to do that you haven't done yet?
Yeah, so there's a couple things. So one of which is I am planning to hike and climb Mount Rainier, hopefully in 2025. We'll see if that takes a lot of preparation and pretty busy right now. So hopefully we can make that work. But within the next 2 years, I plan on doing Rainier. And then our goal is to really start traveling again overseas. So there's some climbing and stuff that I'd like to do overseas, just with the family and everything.
That sounds exciting. And one of the things that I hear from you is I have the confidence in who is taking me out on this adventure, that it's going to be something where you have experience, you have the knowledge. It also makes for a better experience for me. So I appreciate that. And the fact that, look, we're out with you, Andy, and we know we're in good hands.
Yeah, so I'm actually all of our instructors we make sure that we have one wilderness first responder on each trip or course. I'm a certified wilderness first responder. I also am a member of several professional organizations. I'm a licensed Pennsylvania fishing guide. And then I'm also a Leave No Trace trainer. So I have a lot of the certifications and stuff there, but the experience is what's really important. I mean, I've been doing this my entire life. I've done a lot of climbing, a lot of paddling. We climb regularly with friends all over. I like to climb in Red River Gorge in Kentucky. We climb here locally in a couple different spots. I ice climb in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan every year, and also in the Adirondacks every year. So I'm in a variety of terrains and have a lot of experience to go with that.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing some of those new photos of a lot of what you're doing and being out there and being an adventurer. Now, we're obviously in Delco. So you're out and about, you're heading to that spot, and your next adventure, and you have a cheesesteak craving. Where are you stopping?
Oh man. So that's a funny question because my in-laws actually are a supplier of cheesesteak. So I make my own at home because I have kind of that in on the so I have a direct line of Philadelphia's finest cheesesteak meat that gets delivered to me personally. So I don't have to go too far to get a really good cheesesteak.
We've been asking this question for over the year now and all the episodes, and nobody said, I've got my own source. I'm getting my meat from somewhere and I'm making my own. So that's all right. If you want to give out your own personal address, people can come over for cheesesteak night. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I think we do them pretty regularly. We have cheesesteaks probably at least once every other week, if not once a week. It's good to have a source. So,
all right, I'm just wondering, you need a pizza option? Are you being sourced out for pizza, or do you have a place that's local that you and the family like?
We go to Pinocchio's in Media a lot. That's probably a good. You got a good outdoor seating and stuff there, so that's a good option.
You are heading back from that adventure, and you need a convenience store option. Where are you stopping? Wawa or Royal Farms?
Wawa, of course. We always stop at Wawa. Gotta get the kids have their favorites, and I always grab a milkshake. So
Andy, how do you explain Delco to somebody that's never heard of Delco or has not been here before?
So yeah, that's a great question. So like I said, I'm originally from Kentucky. We've only been in Delco for about a little over 2 years now. So we're kind of learning the ins and outs of it. And we've come to find that there's a lot of like close-knit communities here. It has its own unique charm. Like you said, cheesesteaks, water ice, all of those interesting things that we were never exposed to before moving here. I always explain that we're not in Philadelphia. We live in Delco, even though we're in close proximity. It's a very different atmosphere, very interesting, and there's a lot of stuff to do.
All right, next time you go back to Kentucky, you see your friends, family, whoever you're talking to, make sure you call it water ice.
I don't know if my accent will allow me to pronounce it that way.
You have friends or family coming in from out of town and you want to give them or take them to that Delco experience. Besides going on an adventure with Hiking Hound Adventures, where are you sending them or where are you taking them?
I like to take them to downtown Media. I think it's got some nice walkability. There's a lot of stuff to offer, shops and restaurants and all of that. I also like taking them to some of the local parks. We go to Glen Providence, and then there's Ridley Creek State Park. Lots of good hiking and stuff there.
That sounds like a great day. And what I want to share is I think about 85% of the folks that we get a chance to speak to mention media. They're not a sponsor of the podcast, but they really should be, because a lot of people are spending time in media and we're sending them there and making them head over. So, thanks for giving that experience out. And when people are coming in, that's where we know you'll be taking them. Andy, is there anything we haven't talked about today on the podcast? Anything you want our listeners to know more about you or Hiking Hound Adventures?
Yeah, I think one of the important things to note is that we have a huge selection of rental offerings. We realize our goal as a company is to kind of break down any barriers there may be to getting people outside. We think that everybody should have access and really can have access to the outdoors. And one of those things that we offer specifically are these gear rentals. We keep the prices low. We have a huge selection of different items. We realize that, one of the biggest constraints to the gear is just where do you keep all? Some of the items are very large, stand-up paddleboards, kayaks, and the backpacking gear. It really takes up a lot of space. So we have that available to rent to take on your venture. You rent it from us, and you can take it wherever you want. There's no restriction as to where you can take that. We also can offer like outfitting services. So if you're going on an adventure and you don't know what to take, we have checklists. We can walk you through it. We can let you know all the necessities and stuff like that, and we have it available for you to use.
Awesome. Now, those socials again, give them to people so they know where to find you.
Yeah, so everything can be linked through our website, hikinghoundadventures.com. But we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the socials. We're on there. Instagram's probably the most prevalent along with Facebook. But you can find all the links to our website. That's the easiest place to find it all, because there's so many social media platforms nowadays. It's hard to keep track of where people are. So.
And remember, when you do get to those social platforms, like, share, comment, let people know more about Hiking Hound Adventures. Let people know more about what's happening in Delco. We love the love. We love your comments. More importantly, start thinking about an adventure you want to have this summer or into the fall, and make sure you reach out to Andy and his team at Hiking Hound Adventures. Andy, thanks so much for being a friend of what's happening in Delco, and we can't wait to see you out on the next adventure.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's Rich. Thank you so much for being a listener to the What's Happening Delco podcast. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about the people and businesses in our community. I have been a real estate agent for over 25 years, working with first-time home buyers to last-time home sellers. As a listener of the podcast, my gift to you is a complimentary 1-year American Home Shield home warranty. This is for buyers and sellers that I help. If you're looking to move anywhere in the United States, I have you covered with an amazing network of real estate agents. I look forward to hearing from you. My direct line is 215-313-3777, or you can email me at rshaneremax@comcast.net. Oh, by the way, I am never too busy for any of your referrals.